Welcome to a new Noot segment called Noot Presents. And today we're doing a film review of the Minecraft movie.
I'm not gonna do that! I ordered you to make a full man sandwich, okay?
Now, we only recently just came out of the cinema, and I believe we both enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, it was quite different to how I had expected it initially. Um, I could say that I had rather a certain standard of hopes for this. And then going into it, it was quite different to what I had been thinking.
Yeah, I didn't expect much from it. I honestly thought it wasn't going to be that great, but I think overall, I enjoyed the entire movie. It was just easy and fun to watch.
Yeah, it clearly had aspects from the other kind of movies that the director had done. Um,
Yeah,
what's his name again? I can't seem to remember.
I didn't research it enough.
Oh. Well, from what I know, it's the same guy that did Napoleon Dynamite and Macho Libre. Two pretty interesting films.
And there were definitely like homages to those movies in this.
Yeah, it definitely had wrestling moments with Chicken Jockey.
Yeah,
And
the Tater Tots were in that movie. They're a
yeah,
big thing
yeah,
in Napoleon
and a
Dynamite.
lot of the characters had that awkward humor sort
Yeah,
of sort of thing of Napoleon Dynamite. So
yeah. Well, I must say, like there was like it had a lot of good attention to detail, like in terms of like Minecraft. There's a lot of Easter eggs, some good cameos, I guess. But there was also a few things that didn't really, I don't know, they weren't like actually related to Minecraft. They broke the rules, I guess, of Minecraft a bit.
but I guess that's kind of a given when you make a movie that is of a video game or of something else. You can't do it complete copy and
Yeah,
paste
you do have to
because
adapt it a little bit,
yeah, because there's obvious limits and restrictions
and some
that
things just wouldn't work that well in a movie. It's like the comic, like Marvel movies, like the comic book ones. You have to adapt it a little bit.
yeah, yeah, and obviously, I mean, I don't know how long it took to record it, but
True.
that you're kind of restricted to what humans can possibly do, especially with a game that has no bounds or
Yeah,
limitations, and there's actually no story to it because
you make
the
their own
player
story.
makes it themselves.
And I guess they did do an okay job of creating a story for Minecraft. It didn't like ruin the game or anything. It didn't take away from it.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
just like their own original idea, and I think it worked pretty well.
yeah. I mean, it was great. I saw about four features of YouTubers and people that are big parts of the Minecraft community.
Yeah,
You saw you saw a couple
I
that I
saw
didn't see.
Jens. He was a waiter when Jennifer Coolidge was dating the villager.
Yeah, yeah. Saw Mumbo Jumbo and Dan TDM, and obviously a good mention is the Technoblade
Yeah, true.
homage.
Obviously, they couldn't get him in the Minecraft
Yeah,
movie, but
yeah.
yeah. So I like what I like about the cameos is they were brief cameos. They didn't have they weren't like named characters or they had big speaking roles. It was like Jens, you blink and you miss him. Like he's just putting a dish on
I
the thing
did
and he's
actually
left.
miss it because
Exactly.
that's quite clear. I think there were points where I was looking too much into it that I was missing the stuff that was right in front of me.
Yeah.
Like looking around, spotting all the different Minecraft paintings that you see in the game, and the music discs, and hearing those iconic sounds that most of us our age have
Yeah.
grown up doing it. Because I find it quite interesting that we're older than the game,
Yeah.
but yet we grew up with it. So
The thing is as well, I feel like it looked real nice as well. And I liked obviously the sound. Like I liked they use the old video game sounds, like the old door sound. I heard that when a villager opened a door.
and the Nether portal,
Yeah, then it
that
had
that
that like whoosh, that
that
ambient noise that the
yeah.
Nether portal has.
But obviously, there was still points where it wasn't as polished
Yeah,
and accurate to the game as what my
yeah.
standards had hoped for.
Like sometimes like it wasn't like one to one with how you couldn't build everything in that game in the game. I
Yeah.
mean, in the movie in the game because some of the blocks were like almost made up for the movie.
But then it had really good attention to detail. So without spoiling, there's a part in the movie where they use redstone and rail systems
Yeah, and
and
they
that,
have the redstone torches,
and they had the redstone torches next to the not the activator rails,
power
the
rails, I
power
think.
rails,
Yeah,
whatever they're actually called, and that was really good. Like those things that it was like you need this to make this work, and that's what you'd have to do in an
yeah.
actual world.
I think maybe the only things I didn't like about it were when the kid, like I think he was meant to be the main character other than Steve, when he could just make whatever. I feel like it. I don't know.
Yeah, um, but then yeah, one thing that really kind of annoyed me, well, more two things, was the way that the perspective, the way things were done, wasn't actual proper. So we know that Steve in the game is 2 blocks tall,
Right?
okay, but in this he was like 4 blocks, and it
Yeah,
didn't have a real proper block structure, which is kind of the whole point, because I mean you have people, you can't have an entire movie of people jumping up onto blocks just to walk in a straight line.
yeah. I guess it's because Steve wasn't from my like the overworld. He was from the real world. But
Yeah. Um, and if you watch it, just make sure that you do stick around, because there are two. There's a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene.
yeah,
Um,
I actually like the post credit scene to be honest.
yeah, it kind of leaves you thinking if there's going to be a second film.
Yeah, it does add to it. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of it was kind of funny in a way, but I think if they grow like build on it and do a sequel about the post credit scene, that'd be even cooler.
Yeah, well, because it left to more, because they were talking about something that had been left, you know, so
Yeah,
could be a key to
yeah. I
something
wonder
different.
what is in that chest.
Yeah,
That's sort of a spoiler alert, I guess, but
but also not, because we don't even know.
true.
So, but
Should we talk about maybe the casting or?
yes, yes, very interesting cast. Jack Black, I believe he wasn't even the first choice.
Yeah, you said it was Matt Berry,
I
didn't
think it
you?
was Matt Berry. I think I'd seen something from that. Um, but that would have been really interesting, because Matt Berry, his characters are always really interesting and peculiar.
They were these eccentric characters, but I mean,
Like,
Jack Black was kind of like that in this movie, I suppose.
I guess it's good because Jack Black, every film he's a part of, he brings stuff to it.
Yeah,
Like the music, I mean, it's
he always adds in like a song or
exactly
something, or
like you see that quite a lot in Kung Fu Panda. I mean, most of them have had songs done by
yeah,
him. Kung Fu Fighting, he did that.
and obviously School
Uh,
of Rock, he sings a lot in that.
exactly. Yeah. And then you've got the, yeah, he is quite good. So we got a couple songs from him in it. One that was stuck in my head for a little bit.
Lava Chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lava
you were
Chicken.
singing after the film.
Yeah, I was. I was walking through, and I was singing it. So, but Jason Momoa, someone that uh, always has a very versatile set of roles. Like it varies throughout.
Yeah,
He really managed to play the character that he got given.
yeah. I don't usually like him to be honest. I've always thought he's kind of annoying. Like I didn't like him as Aquaman or anything, but I think he might have been my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Garrett
because
Garrison was that his name? The garbage man.
Garrett or something, the Garbage Man,
The
which is a
garbage
very
man.
funny name. I feel like it's kind of like their version of Gay Peter, you know.
Yeah,
So, but I mean, it's really good because you really see this whole character blossom in a way.
yeah.
Like he
He had a
starts
good.
off,
Yeah, I think he had a good arc.
yeah, and the way he does it, and then I think most of the characters sort of develop. Steve not so much. He kind of
Yeah,
just,
Steve was just himself.
Steve was him. Um, the Garbage Man.
Yeah.
I wasn't really paying much attention to the characters' names. Uh, yeah,
Think
he
Dennis was the kid.
developed.
No,
What?
Dennis was the dog. Henry was
Dennis
the
was the
kid.
dog. What?
Henry was like
Henry.
the main guy
Yeah,
that blew up the Tater Tot town or whatever it was.
yeah. He developed a lot. He went from this closed off sort of shy kid that had this massive talent to just being in his element
Yeah,
in a way, which was really clear throughout. I mean, he had the wrote a book with the recipes to the game,
yeah,
which was really well done. Um, and he was one that made the Tater gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We should just maybe talk about like the marketing of the movie. So yeah, there's been a lot of marketing and whatnot about this movie. Minecraft is just I feel like it's received like a boom in popularity almost. It hasn't really been like dead, but I definitely think it's gotten. You see more toys and things in the shops, more promotions with other stores. The Minecraft meal at McDonald's, something we tried earlier today.
Yes, we did. Yeah. I mean, as you've probably seen, like it's been really massive media wise. Here in Australia, we've had McDonald's, Woolworths.
Which is
They've
like
done
like a grocery store.
some little collectible thing, but
Yeah,
McDonald's I think has been the biggest one. When we were in the theaters today, they had a poster up for it.
yeah. In the actual cinema itself, there was
Yeah.
a
So because it's quite like they had quite a lot. They had 6 toys for adults in a there's an like a
6 adult toys in a McDonald's meal.
6 adult toys, but you could actually get a toy, put it into Minecraft, and get a skin.
Yeah, you get like a little code that comes with it, and you can redeem it in the game. Yeah,
And then they had meals for kids, which gave a different sort of toy, one that
yeah,
you couldn't redeem a
yeah. They
skin
came in the
for.
actual Happy Meals.
Yeah. So they had a really big sort of variation of in the market, like as merchandise sort of.
Yeah,
I a lot of the stores like pop culture sort of stores, they've got quite a lot of
yeah.
Minecraft merchandise. Um,
I must say, even though this wasn't like a food review today, I did like the nether sauce a lot. A lot. It was very spicy, but it was good.
yeah, yeah, it was kind of I'd describe it as like a sweet chili sauce, but with more of a flame to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your Big Mac? What did you think about the Big Mac?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not a massive fan of Macca's,
Neither.
but I mean, it was still a really good experience. But yeah, I think purely based on the experience that we did it for,
Yeah.
that's what made it good.
Yeah. It was a good thing to have tied into the movie. It was just overall it was enjoyable.
Yeah. Um,
Out of 10, what do you reckon for both the meal
I
and the movie?
the meal 4.
I had the nugget one, so I'd give the meal about a 5 or 6 because it was good value. I like how it came in a Minecraft box.
What are you thinking for the film?
For the film, honestly, maybe a good 7.5
I was thinking 6
because I had a lot of fun in the movie. I
because if
mean,
it met up to my proper expectations, it would be under a 5. But because I went in there with an unbiased opinion, and it sort of exceeded what I was expecting. It goes above a 5, but then obviously there was
I must say, maybe our fun experience in the movie is what adds to it as well. It's like
yeah,
if we just saw it alone, it wouldn't be maybe not as good, but also I
yeah,
feel like it went by quick. A lot of movies lately, it feel like they're going on and slogging for a while.
yeah. Well, I mean, it had a short story, but it managed to have a good progression
The
throughout it.
pacing was real good in
Yeah.
this movie, to be honest.
So I think because of that, with all the things you just said, I'll give it a 6.5.
So I've boosted your rating up
You've boosted
by
my
by
rating.
a 0.5.
Yeah. I mean, anything counts.
True. So I must say it overall it gets a thumbs up from us. I will say on average a 7 out of 10 for this film. Hope you've enjoyed this new style of content from us.
And it won't be the last. I can
There should be
guarantee
some more
that.
movie reviews coming and just a few more different style videos overall. But of course we will keep doing Noot News. That's our pride and joy.
But as you may have noticed, the channel is no longer Noot News. It is now just Noot, meaning that there is a lot more in the works.
Noot is definitely branching out and we've got some big things planned.
So this sort of, I'll call it a segment.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of like a segment.
This one is a big one that we really will be enjoy doing
Yeah,
casually. We put a lot of work into Noot News, and we will most definitely continue to do that. But it's very nice to just sit back and do something that we enjoy
this
than
one's just
watching
a
movies.
lot easier. It's more. It's like something that we've just done, not even filming, just stuff that we do together. So
Yeah,
it's easy to do. It's fun.
and I mean, even if you watch this because you want to watch the movie, or you've watched it and know our channel and just want to see what we've thought.
Yeah.
We know that there's not a lot that you actually have to really pay attention to. You can just sit back, listen,
Yeah.
drop a comment if you agree, or even your own opinion. We can get the comments going as your own little reviews too.
Yeah.
We will read them. We read everything. We look at everything. We see all.
All right. Well, anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this video, and we hope you enjoy what's still to come and our future projects. So anyway, yeah, peace and love.